All right, guys. So, big news,
Huge this
huge
week.
news
Yeah, yeah.
in the world of horror. And usually, there's not a whole lot to say news-wise in the world of horror. But
True.
John Carpenter returning to the Halloween franchise to produce the next installment.
What?
The 10th sequel in this franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
And if you know anything about John Carpenter, he's been quite vocal in the past about his disdain for the Halloween sequels. Like,
Yep.
he doesn't talk about them, doesn't think they were necessary. So this is pretty surprising. And honestly, when I read this, got chills, man. I got fucking chills when I read this
Yep.
news.
This is like the best news that could happen for Halloween, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Short of him directing it, probably.
I mean, realistically,
I mean-
how dead has this franchise been for? I mean, was
yeah.
was the Rob Zombie ones a success with anyone or?
I mean, I think there is that
Yeah.
kind of cult audience for him, but
Mhm.
I fucking hate him. I
Right.
hate him more than any other movies. Like, I really despise Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I'd rather watch Halloween Resurrection with Busta Rhymes fucking 100 times in a row than sit through Rob Zombie's Halloween.
motherfucker.
My issue with that was too much explaining, too much backstory.
Yeah.
The original Halloween was awesome because you get that 5-minute segment at the beginning, kills his
Yeah.
sister, there's no explanation for it,
Yep.
True.
So, Carpenter back on board. Got some. He's working with Blumhouse and
Looks
Miramax.
like, yeah, Miramax, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen Miramax stamped on any movies in, a while. You know?
Yes, that's.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect. You got some quotes here from Mr. Carpenter. 38 years after the original Halloween, I'm going to help to try to make the 10th sequel the scariest of them all. So I know there was some discussion about whether or not this is going to be a remake, a reboot, or a sequel,
like a continuation or something. Yeah.
to me, and based on that quote, it seems like it's going to, continue on. Not going to be a total reboot.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe they'll. I have a feeling maybe they might disregard Halloween 2. Maybe it'll be a sequel to,
Halloween.
the original Halloween, because, the end of Halloween 2, the original Halloween 2, that's where the story was supposed to end. He burns
Mhm.
up,
Yeah.
and that's where
Well-
John Carpenter was done with him.
Where are we left in the end of Halloween 2 with like Laurie Strode's character, Jamie Lee Curtis? Like, is she?
Yeah, I mean that's.
Yeah.
What's happening
Yeah.
with her? Is she still around? I mean, she made it.
Yeah, she escapes the hospital, and it ends with her, being carried out in an ambulance, and
Okay, that's it.
that's where the film ends. But
I thought
I don't know.
I thought I also read that Carpenter might contribute some of the music.
Yeah, like that. They're trying to get him on board with that. Apparently, and you could tell if you've ever watched anything with John Carpenter, any interview with him or anything, he's kind of like an asshole. It's got to
Yeah.
be his way. He's
Yeah,
not going to
exactly.
agree to do something unless it's John Carpenter's vision. So if they can fucking get him to score this
Well-
movie and be an executive producer,
yeah.
I mean, shit.
It'll be
man.
that much
And
better.
like the last few years, he's been doing the like touring around him, doing his scores or whatever, and he's put out like 2 solo albums.
Yeah,
And he
they're,
just did one in LA, I think, right?
Yeah.
See that? That's the first time he's ever performed the Halloween theme. Did you see that fucking video I sent you? That is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
He goes, I love horror movies, and I make horror movies, and then they bust into the Halloween theme song.
Oh
it's
my god.
it's pretty fucking amazing. You got to check that video out if you haven't.
Yeah.
But I'm a massive fan of Halloween. It's my favorite horror movie of all time, and every year I sit through those fucking shitty sequels. So I'm just fucking excited to get rid of this Rob Zombie shit. And I don't know the exact quote. I don't have it in front of me, but I think John Carpenter said something along the lines of, we want to bring it back to simplicity. You don't have to explain so much. And
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah.
I mean, hearing that is enough for me to get excited. Hopefully it's gonna have some old school roots to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe it's even kind of like where they did with Star Wars, where it's like a rebirth of it, And
Yeah.
John Carpenter's there to kind of, make it good, and
Yeah.
then someone could take over.
We don't need to see Michael's fucking childhood.
Yeah.
We don't need to see his
I
white
didn't
trash
mind
parents.
that. I didn't mind
I-
that.
I
I'm
know
one of the
you
few
like-
people that I'm one of the few people that like the first Rob Zombie one.
I just
I didn't.
that-
I didn't love it, but I mean, it wasn't terrible.
It
But
just
I get what
always
you're saying. though.
eliminated all the mystery to me, Like in
Yeah.
Rob Zombie's movies, it's like, okay, I understand why this fucking guy's crazy. had a shitty childhood. I think it's more frightening when it's just a regular kid who fucking snaps with no explanation. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like the fans have just had a bad taste in their mouth for a long time. With like all the shitty sequels that came out. Other than the
H2O
zombie
and
stuff. I mean,
Resurrection.
I mean, it would be fucking awesome if they just got John Carpenter to fucking direct the thing. I mean, that would just be like shit.
Right.
But I don't know. Like, if we're talking people to potentially direct it, I know they were talking about that guy that did Oculus.
Mike Flanagan, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Oculus and Hush, which I just watched Hush, and I didn't think it was like amazing or anything, but I could tell that guy would kind of have the eye to do something along the lines of like the original Halloween, you know?
Yeah.
It was solid. Simple, too. That was a simple story,
I also, I don't think It Follows is the greatest either, but I love the vibe of It Follows, and that guy, you give him Michael Myers and Halloween, that could be something special too. So I don't know. I'm excited.
Yeah. I remember, weren't they were going to try and do this, about 6-8 months ago they had some talk about it, and I thought they were going to try to get this same guy that directed Oculus back then too. So
yeah,
so I'm sure he probably is attached to it.
Yeah,
I'm fucking excited. I don't know. Realistically, John Carpenter might have just needed a paycheck, but I don't give a fuck. John Carpenter and Halloween. When you hear that, that's fucking exciting. So
yeah, Jonathan can do what he wants.
Yeah.
By the way, John Carpenter's like 69. He looks like he's about 90. He needs to lay off those cigarettes.
Yeah.
Donald Pleasance looks older. It looks better than
no shit, right?
From Beyond the Grave.
I fucking love John Carpenter, the man. I really do. That guy's a total icon, and I mean, to hear him back involved with what really, made him a household name is fucking amazing. So I'm stoked.
Hell yeah.
So
let us know down below what you think of this great news. John Carpenter back in the Halloween franchise. It's fucking incredible. Would love to hear what you guys think. Yeah.
It's been a long time coming.
Yep. John Carpenter, Halloween 2017. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.